Yes.
Hi, this is Nick from London, and
This is Richard from Sao Paulo.
we are Double Dois, and we're talking about crazy and wacky sports. Um, we talked about man versus horse before. We talked about gravy wrestling, and this time we're going to talk about worm charming. And I think we discussed this before, and you thought it was not worm charming, warm charming. So
Warming.
worm, the thing that comes out of the ground, yeah. And
Uh-huh.
charming is like in India with a snake. It comes up and the snake does all that.
Exactly. Yeah,
So,
I
I'm
thought
gonna
it
read
was
this.
like a flirtatious competition.
Yeah, flirtatious. Yeah, charming worms or charming something.
Exactly. Hey, what's up, boy? How you doing?
Yeah, is that how it works with you?
Oh yeah, stay warm.
Yeah. No worm is safe around you, but you're charming. Yeah. So,
Brazilian, you know.
yeah. So I'm going to read this. We talked about this before, but I'm just going to read it. Worm charming, or the process of persuading worms to come out of the ground using vibrations. I did this. Shall we just say it? You do it.
Explain. Yes.
Slow worms. Vibrations, which makes them think that it's raining. Has been practiced for a long time, usually in order to get bait for fish. So when you needed fish, bait. But in the US, Canada, and especially the UK, it also becoming a competitive sport with a strict set of rules. Competitors are given a 3x3 meter plot of earth and have to charm as many worms out of it as possible over a set period. Now, there are two competitions, one in Cheshire and one in Devon. And the world record on worm charming was set in 2009 in Cheshire by Sophie Smith. And how old is Sophie Smith?
10 years old.
10 years old, just 10 years old. And we talked about this before. We said that, I said you have to reflect on your life because you haven't achieved much apart from me in doing this.
I don't have a world record for anything, so yeah, I guess this 10 years old is much better than us.
Yeah. It's better than you at the moment. And she she managed to encourage 567 worms out of the ground for a world worm charming competition, beating the already impressive record of 511 worms set in 1980 that caused the competition to be established in the first place.
Which is already incredible.
Yeah, so Sophie's a champion, a winner. So, Brazil. What do you reckon? Do you think it'll work in Brazil?
Oh yeah, we have a lot of land over here, so yeah, a lot of like ground to like look for worms, and I guess I was talking about like a weird thing that happens over here. A lot of people say about like Asian people like having like different kind of like food, like insects, but we do that too over here, and
What, you
it's
eat insects?
yeah, there's
No.
yeah, it's not any kind of insect, but it's in a specific kind of ant.
Yeah.
There's this ant called Tanajura,
Yeah.
and that turned into a thing like for I don't know how long, but people eat like the butt of the ant, because it's very big. There's a whole season when they fly, and but they lose the wings, and then they can fly anymore, and people pick those ants, and they do farofa, the other thing that I told you before, looks like sand kind of thing, so yeah, they do farofa of that, or different kind of food,
So what's it
like
taste
the
like? Does it
sauce.
taste of anything? You have to put ant sauce or no?
Yeah, we add sauce, and it's like there's like how can I say? There's a little crack, so it's crunchy outside, and kind of as like a more soft meat, I would say, inside, So
So how many do you
it's
have to eat
definitely.
to make it a decent meal? Is it like
Oh, like
30?
you have to pick a bunch, yeah, like 30, because it is like I don't know. Let's compare with something that I have here. Maybe okay, I have this little rubber ball here. So maybe not this size, but maybe like half of this. You
Oh,
know, So yeah, it's quite big. It's yeah, something like this, like half of this.
So
Yeah. So like
is it expensive? Is it delicacy? Is it expensive meal or is it fairly cheap?
yeah, it's more a delicacy, that like it's not like everyone that likes it, but it's a more countryside thing, that people usually uh like collect, I remember when I was a kid and like there was like this specific time of the year and then a bunch of them flew and they like filled the street and a bunch of kids like getting out of the houses to pick it up the ants like with a plastic bottle like putting the ants inside. Yeah, crazy thing. Yeah, and like old like guys actually eating them like alive,
Yeah.
like picking up and like taking like the bud out, and eating it. That way I wasn't like into like eating alive, but like the farofa with the thing and all. Yeah, I mean,
I'm speechless. I'm looking at you in a different light.
yeah,
It's unbelievable because my childhood now is never going to be the same. I'm going to go, what I missed out on. I should have been eating the butts of ants.
exactly. Yeah, worms in some places, ants and others, scorpions and like other like in Asia
Yeah,
they just eat like more different kinds of insects,
I
but
know, I
over
know.
here we have that too.
Yeah, but in Britain we're civilized. We don't eat insects.
Yeah, it's like it's a common knowledge. They're like, meh.
Yeah. But people say it's the future. If animals get scarce, you have to start eating. You know,
Exactly.
if
I
you're a vegetarian as
guess
well, like if you're a vegetarian,
to,
technically, can you eat an
to,
ant?
that's a good question. Is a veget? Yeah, maybe not. I don't think so because they are like they're not into eating animals, but insects are not
What do you mean?
exactly animals.
Yeah, but is it meat? If you're a vegetarian, can you eat an ant or a scorpion or anything like that? I don't know.
Ugh.
That's a big question.
Well, I guess yeah, it's not about like the meat, but like being a living being,
Yeah.
So that's the
That's,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, do ants have feelings?
I don't know. This is very deep. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not too sure
Yeah.
whether I have
Well,
feelings.
what about the worms?
Yeah.
Because they worms do have more than one heart, right?
Is that true? I
I,
did not know that.
I'm taking
Are you
up
making like
that
if anyone watching
information
this?
of my
Yeah,
ass, but
yeah. Please put in the comments
but
down
but
like, if you
but
think they
I,
have
I
feelings or
do
not.
think they have at least more than one. You
I
know,
think I think you just made it up. I don't think that's true. I don't think
guys.
that.
Yeah, some
I don't.
like
I'm going to check it now.
biology guy.
In fact, I'm going to check it now.
I have
I'm literally
a
checking
a friend that studies
ants and hearts.
biology.
Yeah, ants, hearts. Let's have a look. Hearts.
Yeah, worms.
Do ants do ants have hearts? Yeah.
Oh no, but the worms. Ants, I think they have just one heart.
Oh, I thought you
No,
were
I'm
talking
talking
about ants.
worms.
Worms. That's what I was questioning. That I thought that you were saying that ants. Okay, that makes
No.
things slightly a little bit different. I
No.
was
I'm talking
thinking,
about the worms.
how stupid is this man? But like worms.
Yep, I have it over here.
Yeah. What is it then?
Uh,
How many?
look, says
Ooh.
earthworms have 5 different hearts, or are aortic, are
Yeah.
eight arcs. I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Aortic arcs. I think that's what
Yeah.
it's
I've
called.
got earthworms can have 5, 10, or zero hearts, depending how you define hearts. Yeah. Yeah. That's a
Mm,
good question. So,
all right.
well, that's something new that I've learned today because I didn't know that. But so I've learned about worms. I've learned that Sophie is more competitive than you, and will do more things in her life than you will ever do in your life.
Man, I
Not
have
the
to
pressure
tell
or anything like that, but I've learned that you eat the butts of ants, which is very interesting as well, and you enjoy
you.
them. So that's a bit worrying as well. And I've learned
Okay,
that, yeah,
let me just take like a piece of popcorn because I just ate popcorn before we were meeting, and I just discovered a piece of popcorn. If I don't take it out, it will like last forever, for years. I might do.
Popcorn and ants butts, the two things I'm always
Exactly. Yeah. So, because like the peel of like the popcorn, it's awful. Like it stays forever with you if you don't like take it out.
That is true. All right, I'm going to end this here now. Yeah, that's it. That's all we can talk about on that subject of worm charming. But I hope you learned a lot from that. And yeah, that's it.